So I found that piece of brass over there, and I've got another signal next to it, and I think I see the edge of a coin. Well, the rain's cleared up. It was raining all the way down here. I thought it was going to get quite wet down at the beach. But yeah, there's low sand levels. And I found a fossil already, a nice crab. Have a look down here. A few people have asked that I do that thing where I show a bunch of rocks and I say the fossil's on screen now. So the fossil's on screen now. It's a crab. You can see the claw sticking out. So see if you can find it before I point it out. Pause the video if you have to. And here it is. Let's zoom in a bit. You can see there's a crab claw sticking out on that rock. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah. There's the top of the carapace. That's a cool one. Look at that. Awesome, that's a good way to start the day. Let's see if we can find some penguins. Or a meg tooth. Well, I'm not even 2 paces away from that crab I just found. And look at that. There's a piece of bone sticking out there. Yeah, it's definitely a nice piece of bone. Very cool. It looks like there's a lot of new stuff exposed. I'm just giving this one a quick wash. There's, look there. You see on the side of that rock. There's definitely something in there. I'm not sure if it's a lobster or a crab, but there's definitely something in there. I just thought for a moment I'd zoom in on one little area here and we can just have a look at the different things, the different rocks that are here. You can see there's a rock over here, either a mudstone or a sandstone, and it's full of borings from those shells, those clams. They can go through the rock by using their shell. Then we've got a fossil oyster that's coming from the younger layer, and another fossil over here. It's also coming from the younger layer, call it like 100,000 years old. And right over here, you might have seen it already, but that's a tiny crab. A very, very small crab in there. Let's have a look at that. Beautiful little one. And then we've got limestone. That's much older than the sandstone and the siltstone here. Most of the limestone from this area is Oligocene, so older than 23 million, probably closer to like 30 million. And just off camera over here, I see a bit of green sand. That's even older. The green sand is close to the KT boundary, so like 65 million years old. Call it 60 million years old. Very old. And I think I even see a piece of volcanic rock. That sure looks volcanic-y. Camera's not wanting to focus. Let me just take a photo of it. So anywhere you stop and really look, there's going to be all sorts of interesting things. That might even be the bottom of a crab. Yeah, that's another little crab. That's its six-pack over there. Yeah, that's its six-pack. So we're looking at the bottom of this crab, and that's the claw coming around there. I don't know if you've noticed, but crabs look like they're really ripped. They look like they've got a six-pack on their ventral, the bottom side. Yeah, there's just so much. Once you just start looking in one area, there's honestly so much that's happening there. Hey everyone, we're doing something a bit different today. I was here late yesterday evening, just before sunset, about 8 p.m. and I saw that most of the sand had washed away and the siltstone, the base rock, is exposed. And because I've been recently gold panning, that made me think that all the heavy metals, so old coins and things, might be sitting on top of that. And I do have a metal detector, and I brought it along. I'm hoping it works though. I haven't used it in about 8 years. I used to do a lot of metal detecting back in the day. This is an underwater one, Fisher CZ21. So really nice metal detector, and it's made for saltwater conditions. So let's go see what we can find. There's that clay layer I was talking about. I'm not sure how old this beach is. I'm hoping there's something from like before like the 1950s. So some of the coins before the, I think 1946 in New Zealand, will have silver content. I just got a really strong signal down here, right about there somewhere. Still down there. I forgot my pinpointer at home, unfortunately. What's that? A piece of brass. I'm gonna call it from a shipwreck. At least it's working. It's picking up the non-ferrous stuff, so I've discriminated out the ferrous stuff. So I found that piece of brass over there, and I've got another signal next to it, and I think I see the edge of a coin. Hopefully a really old coin. Let's have a look. Oh, that is old. It's a penny. It's an old penny. I can't tell what's on it. That's an old copper penny. So it's a New Zealand penny. I think I can see Queen Elizabeth on the one side and a bird on the other. And I found them before, and that's definitely a penny. So that's a pre-decimal coin. That's pretty old. Yeah. And that's only the third target. There might well be some silver coins down here. This is what I've found since the penny. 2 fishing weights, some stainless steel ring, a bit of brass. But I've just got a really, really good signal down here. I really wish I'd brought my pinpointer. It's really hard going between these rocks. Getting closer at least. coin, a $2. So yeah, that's a $2 coin. New Zealand one has got the stork on it, I think. From 1990, so 35 years old. I got a signal, and as I was looking down, I saw this over here. And I think that might once have been a section of a whale's ear bone. It's got that resin look to it. It's very incomplete, but that's definitely bone. And it's that resin-like bone that ear bones are. I realized that I could only use my metal detector on this one section of beach, as the rest of the beach is covered in bits of wire. And wire is also, of course, made of metal, and it interferes with the metal detector, and there's literally thousands of pieces of wire on the rest of the beach.